Hello, my name is Raymond Karchevsky, and I am a living Christ. The subject for today is Christ consciousness, the impossible made possible. Time is of the essence. Civilized mankind is racing toward a reoccupation of the Dark Ages, calling itself the New World Order. What does that term, New World Order, mean? Order out of what? Order out of chaos? What is chaos? How does it arise in one's consciousness? What is the result of such chaos? Is chaos really necessary in life? Can one live without chaos in their lives? What is the one solution that dissolves chaos and restores peace? Let me answer these questions for you, for there is no one else on the internet at the present time that can give you the answer as truth, and not just some cockamamie satanic ruled theory. The world, the phrase New World Order, is merely a satanic propagated illusion, just words, a concept, idea, a template for living a limited, confined, controllable, contradictory life. It is the satanic old world order with a new facelift. Purely cosmetic, I assure you, yet the same old psychological structure which has been allowed to enslave all intellectually thinking men and women since the beginning of time. That simple explanation is known as man's fall from grace. It pertains to the devolution of man's rightful estate of holistic, that is, non-dualistic, Christ consciousness, that of direct resonance with truth, the energy of infinite intelligence, God itself, to the lesser, the unholy fragment of the intellectual, divisive, opposing, low-level consciousness of intellectualism. Yes, such state of muddled partial consciousness at war with itself, to assert such ignorance of being a God, considering itself whole within itself, in its own right, is what is known as original sin, and it plagues the consciousness of all who willingly consent to participate in such a prevailing state of contradiction. All sin is contradiction. You all live in it, for your own confusion, be it manifest or personal, organizationally, family, race, country, is testimony to that simple, obvious fact. You have all, through outer directing remote satanic mind control practices, via the instrumentality of government, religion, and media, have suffered the chains of slavery to such systems which rule over you through names like the New World Order. You seek escape from the pain of your own confusion through misdirection, which is provided for you by those who control your minds. It comes in the form of escape into entertainment, sports, addictions to sex, drugs, and a multitude of positive imagery illusions. which do provide brief respites, I concur with you on that point, from the pain of separation from your holistic intelligence, which is God itself, only to devolve you further from your true state of peace, tranquility, and wholeness of understanding. Again, what is chaos? It is the lie that structures the life that you now live, and have lived for your entire lives. For once you have awakened from your conditioned, satanic, hypnotic sleep, you cannot go back. You see, presently you are all divided, separated, setting yourselves apart from one another while engaging in conflict, violence, confusion, and mutual harm. It is the very nature of your satanically conditioned intellect, is it not? Now, what is the proof that what I have said in this brief message, that it is true? You now feel threatened, do you not? I have exposed each of you to your own core of consciousness, and you don't like what you see. If you are feeling the pain of contradiction between my words and your way of life, you are admitting to yourself that you live in such contradiction. You live in sin. You can't think your way out of sin. To remove that satanic blight upon your consciousness, you must take action. You must change. That, you will find, takes you out of the realm of thinking and into the realm of creation, for you are all co-creators of your own lives, but few of you know it. You cannot rely upon the words of any other, even this Christ, for he cannot change you. You must change yourselves. But how do you do that? Exchanging one set of thoughts or actions for another is merely further counter-conditioning, and still remains within the satanic parameters of intellectualism. May I suggest that you listen to my 2 video talks, the Nobody and the Somebody, the Christ and the Christian. You'll find them on my site, arkenterprises.com. And the second one is the part 2 of the Nobody and the Somebody. If your curiosity is piqued when you hear the simple truth of what real non-dualistic consciousness is, I suggest that you read further my book, Journey Beyond Thought, Breaking the Bonds of the Conditioned Mind. You may find it on my website also of lisarayenterprises.com, and I suggest that you give it some interest, some attention, with an open mind, and you may find the truth that has resided in you for all your life, untampered by the conditioning that has covered it, the satanic conditioning of blind belief. It will sound absolutely foreign to you, for it points out the backward way that civilized men and women have been trained to live as slaves, to serve the powers of satanic hell on earth. You will feel embarrassed by the simplicity of just how backward the life is that you presently lead. As a result, you may very well attack the messenger rather than merge with the simplicity of truth the message bears. An example of your own gullibility and impotency in leading your own lives can be seen in the worship of your mythical Jesus, formed around a simple man of truth, a carpenter, an itinerant preacher, who roamed his lands in the Middle East some 2,000 years ago, whose simplicity of truth threatened the satanic, political, and religious forces of his time. The same elitists who killed him and then created the legend, the myth of Christianity, that which captures the malleable imaginations of millions of conditionable slaves called Christians, all of which perpetuate the present hell on earth, which has existed since the beginning of time, when some men found the secret to controlling and enslaving other men through thought, words, and illusions. I, this simple living Christ, share the same kind of animus as did Jesus of Nazareth. You see, they killed Jesus. And while I am still a work in progress, even though you may argue with my words, there exists a breach in the grasp of the spirit of my words. It is that separation between the letter of the word and the spirit of the word that must be united for the whole of truth to be grasped. Check out the Google archives under my name, Raymond Garchevsky, and also my website, arkenterprises.com, and lisarayenterprises.com. There you will find the truth of the world that you actually live in, not the fantasy that you harbor within your conditionable intellect. That truth shall set you free.